Well, that's the problem right here. Look at that. The words are pointed the wrong direction. Winched out Jeep Wrangler with the rough country suspension. BF Goodrich all-terrains. And the best part, the early 90s mag light. All right. It goes great with the two-tone brown and tan and pinstriping. Love it. I believe this is a 1987 model. 128,872 miles on the analog odometer. And there's a couple things we're looking for in this car. One of which is the fuel gauge is inoperative. And the other one is a noise or noises while backing up and turning at the same time. So let's fire this thing up, see what we can come up with here. Carbureted. Oh yeah. Seeing as how I am going to go and drive this, I need to make sure I'm properly restrained with the appropriate safety devices. Oh, look at this seatbelt buckle. I miss this kind of stuff. This is brilliant. The 90s were awesome. Reverse. Found their noise. That's a belt slipping. That was easy. 1 hour. Diagnostic charge, 1 hour. It's terrible. Let me come to a stop real quick. This thing does something cool. When I accelerate real hard from a stop, it wants to like steer to the left, and then it shakes a little bit in the back. Oh, hang on, spam caller. Let's answer it. I heard it go poop. Hello? Hello? They hung up on me. How rude is that? They were probably calling me to see if I will call them back so they can charge me for a long distance phone call. Silly scamming people from who knows where they come from. Anyway, let's go do that shaky steering left thing while accelerating. That's not their complaint, but I noticed it, so I wanna check that out. I feel like I'm driving in a tent. It's weird. It's like the ground is like right there. Let's go, 67 horsepower. Woohoo! Yeah, I feel the suspension in the rear. I think it when you torque up under a heavy load, it kind of shifts off to the right a little bit, and it gives some counter steer. And it's probably flippy-flopping around due to worn bushings, and that's that vibration that I was feeling. So we can go back and just visually check that when we return to the service repair facility shop building area. That was a little too descriptive, wasn't it? You know, this thing's really fun. If it was not the most impractical vehicle ever made, I might want one. But I really couldn't do anything with it. I mean, they're cool to drive, but I don't know. I drive a lot every day, and trying to hang out on the interstate with no doors and all this wind and stuff, it's kind of not my speed. It's a Jeep thing. Nobody understands. This one even has a high lift jack on the hood. Okay, back at the shop. Let's unlatch the hood and see if we cannot locate the source of that squealing noise. I believe it to be like the power steering pump pulley slipping, but we have to go in there and confirm that. Begin hood opening now. Come here. Oh, shiny. Ha! I knew it was a carburetor. I heard it. Here, let me erect my prop rod here. There we go. Okay, so we're here staring at our little engine. Here's our power steering pump. There's the belt. It's a V-belt, not a serpentine belt, but you can clearly see it's not very tight. Additionally, the pump actually has a lot of flex in it. See that pump moving around? Yeah, that's not good. I think there's a bracket missing that's supposed to prevent this from walking left and right. Yeah, that's going to need to be addressed in some way. I don't know what way that's going to be, but it'll happen. That alternator belt is also kind of loose. Headphone warning, loud noises. Yeah, that's it. Got fluid in there. So while we're here, and just for fun, let us take note of this broken engine mount. It's broken. Okay, so we've addressed one immediate concern and a plus one. Next thing on the to-do list here is to see what's going on with this fuel level and or fuel level sensor. Now, being a 1987 model, we do not have onboard diagnostic systems that I can plug my scanning device into and see if we have trouble codes or read data PIDs, things like that. So all this stuff has to be done manually. However, I don't think I'm going to get to that today because I just got this car. It's late in the day, and realistically, I'd like to just go ahead and pull the fuel level sensor out and check resistance of the potentiometer, which is on the float. Kind of like your dimmer switch for your lights in your house. That's a potentiometer. As you rotate that knob, it changes the resistance value of that circuit higher or lower, and that's what gives you the dimming effect. Well, the fuel level gauges work on a very similar principle. You've got the float on its arm, and then there's that potentiometer where the arm pivots as it's attached to the rest of the fuel pump body. Well, when fuel level's up, it changes resistance, and when fuel level goes down, resistance changes. Some go higher, some go lower, and if those things fail or they go open circuit, you can see infinite resistance, so the gauge has nothing to bring resistance down, and the gauge will just peg to one direction or the other. And I think that's what's going on here. But again, what I would need to do is disconnect the potentiometer. I'd actually like to just remove it, put it on a bench, and then actually rotate the potentiometer through its full swing and then watch the resistance value change on the meter. So that being said, they got to authorize me to remove the tank before I could do any of that. So I'm going to go ahead and report what I found so far, and then we're going to go from there. Stay tuned. It's going to be a great video. Okie dokes. The 80s Wrangler is back. I have not seen this car in, I don't know, like 10 days, 12 days. And if I recall, I ordered some power steering pump brackets because the belt slips when you put a load on the pump. And the belt slips because it was missing some of the brackets, and they're unobtainium, and I had to order them from eBay. We paid way too much money for a random part, but those random parts are here now, so let's bring this to the stall and throw those brackets on so this noise shuts up. There it is. Yeah, that's it. Backing up the Jeep. Really rather annoying. Oh yeah, it's terrible. What are you looking at? Okay. Ring. Powering down. Initializing Jeep hood popping procedure. Open. There we go. There. Here, we need light. Let's just go ahead and put this into service mode. Never mind. There is no service mode here. The jack's gonna hit the wiper cowl. Okay. There it is. Here, we'll just use the rod instead. There we go. Now we're good. All right, here's our affected pump area. You can see there's supposed to be like a bracket here and a bracket here, and some bolts right here and here, and those are not there. And I did figure out that I needed brackets, which I was able to find the ones that go to it. I'm a little upset because the picture had the bolts that go with these, and there are no bolts. Let's see, I do need that piece because that goes there, like that. And then I think this one bolts to something else, somehow else. Yeah, we'll figure it out, no worries. Well, yeah, this one goes on the water pump and then bolts to the other bracket somehow. Well, I'll figure it out. And let there be lumens. Well, for starters, I need to locate some kind of fasteners to bolt all this stuff together. So I'm gonna go raid Juan's toolbox junk drawer. He's got quite a collection of nuts and bolts and washers and whatnot. So I'm gonna go dig through that and to see if I cannot locate something to bolt all this stuff together with. Be right back.
I'm searching high and low all over the shop for enough bolts to make this work, and I'm really coming up short. It's starting to stress me out.
Okie doke, so I've gathered all the potential bolts that are gonna work out to make this thing fit. Found all these in the junk drawers, and I think I've got enough for the 2 that go on the pump. I found 2 that fit under there, but I don't have the one large one that fits here. I got one that I thought came close, but the thread pitch is wrong. So I can't find any more. Like, it'll start, but it won't go down. And I need 2 more for here and here for that little triangle piece. I can't find any, and I wasn't recording it because I've just been trialing and erroring these things for a while now, and I didn't come up with any solution. So because of that, I'm gonna go jet to the store, and I'm gonna bring this with me. That's the correct thread pitch. And then I'm gonna bring this with me because that's the correct length. So I need 1 of these in this pitch, and then I need like 4 more of these, 2 for the pump and then 2 for the bracket in the same pitch, and then I should be able to assemble this. Like I said, I'm pretty upset because the picture when we ordered these things off of eBay land had the bolts in the picture, and it said everything came with what was in the picture, but the bolts didn't come. So I gotta go find some bolts. Click. I'll be right back. Okay, field trip time. We're in the big box store. Needed bolts. My brackets did not come with any bolts, so I need 4 of these, and then 1 of these with this much more thread in this pitch. This should be fun to find. Let's see. Yeah, fasteners. That's what I want. What do I want? What do I want? There's so many to choose from. Let's find. Well, let's see. Nope. Nope. Wrong section. Let's see, lag bolts. Yeah, these might work. With enough impacts, this will definitely work. Let's see. No. Okay, I think I found the one that I need. It's fully threaded, but that will do. It's the right length and in the correct pitch, so we're getting somewhere. Let's get out of here. Okay, mission accomplished. We have the supplies. Let's get out of here. Minivan, powering on. Got a Ford Ranger. No, it's like a Nissan. Yeah, that's some kind of Nissan. Had me fooled. Thought it was a Ford Ranger. This is not a left turn area. This is not a left turn area. Proceed to the next turning lane. With you. Vroom. See, I lost the race. The guy at the Dodge passed me. Toyota. It's a Tundra. All right, bolts. Yeah, we got the 4 shorties. Got the longer one, and I wasn't sure if that was long enough, so I got a longer than that longer one and some washers to go with. So I think I can get this together now. Cross my fingers. Woohoo! First, I'm going to make sure that this pitch is correct and that it threads. Make sure that the threads on the female side are not all boogered up. And I think we're good. Let's find, oh, what did I do with the other piece of the bracket? Oh, there it is. And that is not long enough, so we're gonna use the longer one. Good thinking, Ray. Glad you bought 2. That's probably for the best. If I find out this one's not long enough, I'm gonna have a meltdown. And it's not. What have I done? Oh no. I'll weld it. I will. I'm gonna weld it. Gonna make a new bolt. Oh, anger. Yeah, that's supposed to go there, and then this guy is supposed to bolt in. Missed the mark on that one, didn't I? Okay, I have no choice but to do this. I'm going to take this bolt and I'm going to cut this one in half and then weld this bolt to to this bolt to make a longer bolt. It's what I got to do. I'm in a pinch, time's running out, there's no more of these, there's no 5 or 6 inch bolts at the store, so I'm gonna make one. That's just how this is gonna go. I don't care if you're mad at me over that or not. It's gonna work, it's gonna be fine, and given my circumstances right now, that's what's going to happen. Okay, I need approximately this much more bolt. That's more than I really need, but I can always cut it down later if I have to. Engaging safety squints and protective measures now. Loud noises. Yeah. Yeah, this is gonna work because there is no alternative. It has to work. Yeah. Hope that's straight. Okay, beginning electric glue process now. I'm just gonna tack it, and then once it's pretty decent, I'm gonna pull it back off, and then we'll actually get some deep penetration into the joint. Bright lights, engage safety squints. Come on, welder, don't do this. Shenanigans. I'd say that's fairly straight. It'll work. It's actually very, very straight. Wow, all right, I accept this. More welding, bright lights, caution. Idiot. There we go.
Zooming in for your inspection, Internet. Do your worst.
This is totally gonna work. Where's my joint? Can't see it. Sure, it's in there somewhere. Oh, disclaimer, I'm no welder, nor do I claim to be one. But I can muddle my way through it. Nope. Hot. Yeah, that'll do. To the grinder. Let me go grind this off real quick so it's smooth, and then we'll go install this guy. Oh yeah, I also realized I was dumb and I attached the short bolt to the long bolt when in fact I should have left the head on the short bolt and attached the long bolt to it. So my remedy for that is I'm just going to flip the bolt around, I put a nut on it, and then I cut off the head of the longer bolt. That way I don't run out of threads where I made the weld. So I kind of did that backwards. It was a fail, but I remedied said fail. Now we can get to the part where we try to put this thing back together. Yay! So here's my contraption. Threw a washer on there for good measure. That is perfectly long enough, or it is of the perfect length. Oh yeah, it's gonna work. Question is it straight enough to thread and still be torqueable? That's the real question here. Okay, the stud device has threaded into the bracket right here, mostly. I'd like to get it to go in a little tighter, a couple more turns. I may need the pliers for that, or if I wiggle. All right, I can feel the stud on the other side, so the threads are fully engaged. Now, let's put our washer and our nut on there. And we've got to put the 2 bolts in for this bracket right here. I need to sandwich this triangle piece in there as well. So I'll just take this back off. That's what this center bolt is, or a bolt hole is for, I think. Yeah. That's, oh, washer down. That's fine. I got reserves. That's why I bought a whole pack of them. I just can't tell anybody I have a bunch of washers. They'll come and try to use my washers. Okay. Little bolt, wrench home. I think this is going to work. And it really needs to work because I have to get this thing remedied now because I have other stuff to do. Like now. It's very important. This is the goofy weird part right here. Let's see if this is going to work out the way I think it is. No, in fact it is not. But it will. You get in there too. Yes, good. Oh, and it's threading in, even better. Yeah, buddy. Okay, I've got one more of these little guys to sneak in at the bottom behind this pulley, and I'm doing that kind of by feel because I can't see anything in there. And I'm not going to take this pulley off. Oh, gravity. I'm getting gravitied. Try again. And this will probably be okay with just one of these, but I've come this far, I can't give it up. They must leave perfect. Come here, pointy pliers. Okay, it's in the hole. All right. And this one is also threading. I can see why they left this stuff out. This is hard to do. So I'm going to tighten these two first because those don't have much to do with the positioning of all this. And then once it's done, I lock down the stud that I put in. Which that reminds me, I don't need this washer anymore. Because I have the plate to serve as a washer. Plus I was running out of threads again. There. Okay, this one's tight. Click. The bottom one's harder to reach, but I can get to it. No worries. After that F350 AC compressor, I can do anything. Unless it's on a BMW. Or an RX-7.
RX-7s run only on Black Magic.
French gravity. Okay. I think I've got enough headway here to go ahead and take this pump loose so it can pivot, and then I can pull it tight to take the slack out of this belt, and then we lock her down and it's good to go. Let's see, how does this adjust? It's like one bolt there, and then another. No, it looks like it's just this one. Yeah. It's loose now. So I need to put a big ratchet on it. And now we make it, oh, that was more loose, that's not the way. Go this way. Now it's tight. It's tiger tight. There. Clickage. Yeah. Okay, that belt's tight enough. So now, moment of truth, we gotta lock down the stud that we made, because that's what's really gonna hold this all in place. Is this gonna work? Is it gonna snap off? And okay, cool, victory. I've achieved success. Okay, I think we're good. That's tight, that's tight. My new stud is tight, that's tight. All this other stuff's tight, that one's tight. So let us, let me see here. What do we do? What do we do? What do we do? Let's go start it and see if the noise goes away. This is good. I don't really care for that one though. Let's go over there and tension the alternator belt too while we're here. Okay, I think this one's gonna end up being tightened with the pry bar method. It wasn't even tight to begin with. See that? Failure! Become unclipped. You gotta tighten up more than just the adjuster bolt. It's kind of important. Alright, more pry bar. What's up, man?
Hey, buddy.
What's neat?
Hey, you remember that compression test you let me borrow one time?
Yeah. Do you need
Do
it?
it again?
Yeah, see the red box right there on the shelf on the bottom of that little blue box? Yep, that's it. You're talking cylinder compression, right?
Yeah.
That's okay, yeah, that's the one. That's the one.
One of those fittings that mine doesn't come with.
Ah. Cool, that was tight too. Doodly-doo-doo-doo. Pry bar gravity, that was deliberate gravity. Here. Wrong way, I tightened it the wrong way. How about that? Ultimate clickage. You know, I feel like there should have been a bracket on this nadir also, because it's not exactly riding straight. So I do have one other operation on this Jeep to perform, and that is removing the fuel tank so I can test the fuel level sending rheostat / potentiometer device. However, I don't have time for that right now, so that's gonna just have to wait for another day or another video or both, probably both. So that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and close this one out right now. As per my usual protocol, at this time I will thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did enjoy this video, you know the drill. Let me know about that by tapping that like button down below. Drop me a comment or two while you're down there, and if you are so inclined and have not yet done so already, don't forget that subscribe button down there. That way you get a notification every time I post a new video and you will not miss out, because that would be bad. So again, and as always, thank you for watching, and most importantly, do not forget to have yourselves a great day. See you guys later. End of transmission.